for bringing this matter. But I think it's being too elitist to only consider these imported and high-value drugs. Honorable Speaker, where we come from, we have the maintenance of Bang, sativa, whatever it's called, Bang. And Honorable Speaker, I'm the first
called cannabis sativa.
Cannabis sativa. I'm most unfortunate because I border Uganda, and what happens nowadays? The growing is being done in Uganda and Funyula constituency, particularly the border point at Bukwamba and part of Sigalame, is the entry point to Kenya. And Honorable Speaker, I will shock you beyond belief that actually the people who are growing bang in Uganda and transport and peddling through across Kenya to come to Nairobi are actually the policemen. They are the policemen. And we have raised this issue continuously. I even raised it with the county commander.
Are you saying Kenyan policemen?
Yes, Kenyan policemen.
In Uganda?
Yes, they cross over to Uganda and grow bang and bring and they make sure they supervise the border point, because Sapora's border point, through Mulwanda, Sigalame, and Bukwamba, and actually transport it and they escort it all the way, Honorable Speaker, to here Nairobi. You can see how deep rooted this menace is, how well it is supported and protected by the security forces. And that's why we want to ask the committee, and it's good has been directed to the Committee of Internal Security. They really need to rein on their police force and all security apparatus in this country. Yes, they make a lot of money from it, much more than they make from their salaries and allowances. But you cannot do that at the expense of the young people in this country. Honorable Speaker, if you go to most schools in Western Kenya, when you look at the boys and the girls, even the girls are becoming notorious. They look like zombies. We are even worried. We used to laugh that people from Mount Kenya region and central, their classrooms, kindergarten classrooms were empty. Probably the next few years to come, in Western Kenya, also the classrooms are going to be empty because the boys are not doing the work they're supposed to do. Women are complaining all over, Honorable Speaker. We ask you for your assistance to solve this menace so that we can continue to reproduce, because we need more numbers to take over our position as we grow old. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Katana.
Asante, Bwana Spika. Swala la mihadarati ni swala nyeti sana. Bwana Spika, zamani madawa ya kulevya yalikuwa yanapatikana mijini. Lakini kufikia sasa yameingia mpaka mashinani. Na wanaumia zaidi ni watoto wa shule. Bwana Spika, watoto wetu siku hizi wameanza kujiua kwa sababu wakikula madawa ya kulevya kufikiria kwao kunakuwa ni duni. Tujiulize swala moja, Bwana Spika. Kenya hatuna shamba la cocaine wala hatuna shamba la heroin. Haya madawa yote ya kulevya yanatoka nje. Ni wapi ambapo kuna ulegevu ambapo inaruhusu madawa haya kuingia katika nchini? Kama vile ndugu yangu amesema, kuna baadhi ya vitengo vya usalama ambao wanajua ni kina nani wanaleta mihadarati, wanajua ni kina nani wanauza mihadarati, lakini watu hawa hawawezi kushikwa kwa sababu wanalindwa na wanalipa baadhi ya polisi wetu ili waweze kuwalinda waendelee na biashara yao haramu. Ni wakati mwafaka, Bwana Spika, kama taifa sisi sote bila kulaumu mtu yote tujitolee kama Wakenya kusema kwamba swala la mihadarati ni lazima liharamishwe katika nchi yetu kwa sababu linahatarisha usalama wa kitaifa. Asante Bwana Spika kwa kunipatia nafasi.
Bwana Katana, tayari limeharamishwa. Is unlawful to be found with the drugs.
Bwana Spika, ndio tunasema vitengo vya usalama vimelegea. Ni lazima, kwa sababu hatuna mashamba ya cocaine, hatuna mashamba ya heroin. Kule zinakotoka ni lazima waangalie kama zinakuja kwa njia ya meli ama kwa njia yoyote. Mipaka yetu lazima ilindwe, tuhakikishe kwamba hakuna mihadarati inaingia katika taifa letu. Asante Bwana Spika.
Benja will be the last.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank the honorable member for bringing up this matter. Mr. Speaker, trucks are threatening to kill our whole generation, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as the committee looks at this matter, I want to propose to them that the committee should look at who are the actors, Mr. Speaker, where are the failures in terms of enforcement, Mr. Speaker. And number three, Mr. Speaker, much more important, is we might accuse NACADA for not performing, but we must also look at the law that establishes NACADA, whether we can propose amendments to that law to give it more powers, more teeth, Mr. Speaker, so that they can be able to act accordingly, Mr. Speaker. So I support the statement.
Chair Security, Owen Bayer.
Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Tongo is not here, neither is the Vice Chair Colonel is not
Inform
here.
them to bring a report, an answer in the next 2 weeks.
2 weeks, Honorable Speaker.
Member
much
for
obliged.
Taita Taveta. Member for Taita Taveta.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Member for Mwatate, sorry.
It's Matat.
Mwatate, Bwana Mbogo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity you've given me to give my statement. My statement reads,
You should tender an apology to the House for coming late. This is the second time I'm calling you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker, for coming late.
Yes.
I was tied up somewhere in the hospital. I'd gone to see a patient. I'm sorry for that.
Go ahead.
Request for statement regarding the rise of insecurity in Taita Taveta County. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security regarding the recent rise of insecurity in Taita Taveta, particularly in Voi and Mwatate constituencies. Honorable Speaker, the rise of insecurity in Taita Taveta County has negatively impacted not only the safety but the well-being of the residents, particularly in Voi and Mwatate constituencies. The constituencies have experienced a number of insecurity incidences in the last 5 months, with people being killed and borders stolen. For instance, in May 2024, Mr. Marian Shirley Chow of ID number 278-97833 was found dead at a satellite site around Rianchore hillside with multiple cut wounds. Additionally, a border rider, Mr. Dunningston Makio Mangombe of ID number 1382264, was found dead on 14th April 2024 in Voi Central Business District and his border stolen. On May 28, 2024, Mr. Silas Silomengo Machongo, a border rider in Ronge Ward, was found dead in Voi constituency and his border stolen, while Mr. Julius Mafuga of ID number 299-51391 was allegedly beaten to death by a police officer from Mwatate Police Station in May 2024. Further, Mr. Sylvans Mwanjala Mvoi of ID number 370-23429 was attacked and severely injured on 2nd September 2024 within Sagala Ward in Taita Taveta County and his border stolen. He was rushed to Moi County Referral Hospital for treatment and later referred to Kilimanjaro Christian Medical Center in Moshi, Tanzania, where he succumbed to the injuries. The matter was reported to Voi Police Station under OB number 63/03/09/2024. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following. 1. Provide a report on the status of investigation into the incidences, including the death and attacks reported to Voi Police Station. 2. The action being taken to ensure the perpetrators of the crimes are arrested and prosecuted without delay. And 3. The measures being put in place to curb insecurity in the region. I thank you, Hon Speaker, on Peter Mbogo, MP Mwatate constituency.
Thank you, Honorable Mbogo. Owen Baya, inform Tongoyo to bring a response in 2 weeks.
If you allow me to say something.
Yes.
This is the 4th statement, request of statement on insecurity in Taita Taveta that I have had. I remember Danson Mwashako raised it, and I think another member also raised it. It doesn't seem to go away. And I have had them mention somebody I know from Rongeju. And Honorable Speaker, I think we need to look at this just bringing of statements and stating facts the way they are without looking for a solution to the problem is making us act in vain. Probably, Honorable Speaker, you may need to give a direction that something be done, because a statement will be written, it will be brought here, it will be read, and no action is being done to ensure there is security in Taita Taveta. So, Honorable Speaker, even when we give these statements, some action needs to be done. And I don't know what direction you will give, but I have had my mother's relative having been killed. They will finish those people and I'll have no uncles left. So, Honorable Speaker, I think we need a much more robust action on the ground, whether you need to order those people there to sit down and review the security there and give us a report. Otherwise, somebody will sit at the headquarters, write a report, and tell us, yes, it happened, this day happened, this thing happened, and that is what it is, as it is. And it does not help to solve the problem. We would like to have a solution there, and this Parliament can enforce the solution, Honorable Speaker.
The next minister to appear before the House is likely to be security, so be ready to confront him with the questions, including insecurity in Mwatate. In the meantime, the members elected to come to the House to be answered by the committee, so the committee chair will bring a response in 2 weeks. But Mr. Mbogo, Honorable Mbogo, I'll give you an opportunity when the minister comes for you to prosecute that concern. Next, Gonzirai, member for Kinango.
Here, sir. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the Provincial Standing Order 44 into brackets 2 into brackets C, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations regarding the safety of Ms. Riziki Luvuno Mambo, holder of passport number AK 325501, who went missing in Saudi Arabia in March 2024. Honorable Speaker, Madam Riziki Luvuno Mambo has been residing in Saudi Arabia since July 2023, when she moved there for employment. However, her family, with whom she maintained regular communication, claims to have lost contact with her on the 12th of March 2024, raising concerns about her safety and whereabouts. Following her lack of communication, the family received reports on 23rd of April 2024 that they said that she had been arrested and was being held at Jeddah Sawara police station in Saudi Arabia. It is alleged that she was found in a state of distress, wandering the streets, and appeared to be suffering from mental health condition. Efforts by the family to secure her repatriation to Kenya have not been successful. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Affairs on the following. 1. The circumstances surrounding the arrest of Madam Riziki Luvuno Mambo by the Saudi Arabia police. 2, steps that the relevant government agencies have taken to ascertain her whereabouts and secure her expedition release from custody and deportation to Kenya for proper physical and mental care. And 3, the measures that the government has taken to guarantee the safety of all Kenyans living and working abroad to ensure that they receive timely government assistance in case of distress. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Rai. Chairman, Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I will get the response in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So that. Next order. Yes, Oundo.
Honorable Speaker, and I request Honorable Mbaya to ask the Chairman of Health to pay attention. Please, can we get the attention of the Chairman of Departmental Committee of Health?
Honorable Oundo is craving for your attention.
Honorable Speaker, yesterday afternoon, the Chairman, I read a statement from the Minister of Health concerning the rollover from NHIF to this new animal called, I don't know, it's called sheep or shah or whatever it is called. And Honorable Speaker, since yesterday, I being one of them, and I'm sure many of our colleagues here will bear me witness, we have been inundated by so many calls from our constituents who are generally stranded in hospitals. Because in many hospitals, be they private or public, many patients are being told that the NHIF card they have is not valid, is not acceptable at this particular moment. And that's why I want, with your indulgence, Honorable Speaker, the Chairman, being the representative of the executive here, and me being a member of the government, to assure the Kenyans wherever they are, to give this assurance and give it to these members of parliament and all Kenyans wherever they are, that the transition from NHIF to SHIF is seamless, when if you just have the card for NHIF, you still receive the same services that you would have received under the new SHIF as we wait the transition process to be completed. Honorable Speaker, let me go on record. And let me go on record. Again, somebody distracting the attention of the chairman. It seems he's extremely on high demand. Honorable Speaker, let me go on record. As we were coming in this afternoon session, one of my constituents called me that they had earlier booked to go for a spinal injury operation at Kenyatta University Teaching Referral Hospital. At the point of discharge today, they were told that the card they have is not valid, cannot be used. Luckily enough, and Honorable Speaker, my God is always with me whenever I walk. I bumped into the chair, and he was magnanimous enough to pick his call the CEO of the hospital, and that's how we have been able to intervene and save the situation. I'm just wondering, how many Kenyans have got access to Dr. Pukose? How many Kenyans can the CEO of any of this referral hospital pick their calls and listen to them? So we want him to give Kenyans an assurance that whichever those kind of issues arise, it must be seamless and very clear that you simply have to confirm you are a full paid up NHIF contributor and you will be attended to and discharged as per the existing agreement. I hope, Honorable Speaker, this will save the trouble and the pressure many members of parliament are going through at this particular time. For you, Dr. Pukose, for what you have done today, may the Almighty God increase the number of noises in your homestead. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Dr. Pukose.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I want to thank Honorable Oundo. for being magnanimous enough to accept that we have been able to intervene, and his patient will now be going home after the spinal surgery that was done at Kenyatta University, and we were able to call Dr. Dagane, who is the CEO, Kenyatta University, and intervened. Honorable members, for record purposes, as we speak today, 12,600,833 as per today, Kenyans have been transitioned to Social Health Insurance Fund. Out of that, those who are in NHIF are 9,640,523, and those who are newly registered are 2,900,323. This is the current figures. And the members, I can confirm that as you will find that messages are coming to your phone, where without you even having done anything, you are among those 9,600,000 that have been transitioned from NHIF to Social Health Insurance Fund through the system without you doing anything, after they cleaned the system. The system initially had about 12 million Kenyans, but about 3 million people do not exist in the Kenya National Registration Bureau. So it is only after cleaning the fingerprints that everybody, when you have your key in your ID, you will find that now you don't need to take your fingerprints, because what the system they have now is that with your ID, they can access your fingerprints within the Kenya National Registration Bureau. I want to assure Kenyans outside there and the honorable members in this House that no Kenyan will be denied the services. I think the unfortunate information outside there is that it is the ministry is not doing enough, but I know they are trying their best. But we want the information to reach to every Kenyan that if you are a paid up member on the NHIF, you will automatically transition and your services will not be